This story happened when I had my golden birthday. A person has a golden birthday only once in his life, meaning his age coincides with the date of birth. On the 7th of March, 2010, I turned 7 years old, and my parents decided to invite all my friends to a children's entertainment center. We gathered about 20 children and drove in several cars to the street in the city center where the birthday center was. Entering inside, we found a very cheerful and colorful environment. The place was filled with colorful balloons and small handfuls of balls scattered in a rectangular space under the slide. There was a lot of food there. I liked the small hot dogs, French fries, and chicken fillet grilled on wooden skewers the most. When we finished eating, the host called us and said into the microphone that the fun was about to begin. We children jumped up and ran into the space full of bubbles. The host played various games for us. One was that we had to dance until the music came out of the speakers, and when the music stopped, we had to freeze. This game was lost by the one who moved again after the music stopped. I came in second place, and my best friend Steve, who was always good at everything when he was a kid and always beat everyone in games like this, came in first. The next game was about putting the balls on the floor into one of the two baskets. The leader divided the children into two teams and instructed each team to throw only one colored ball into the basket. We had to collect red plastic balls, and luckily my team won this game too, because when the game was over, the red team had 4 more balls in their basket than the blue team. About an hour later, someone called the host and told him he had to leave immediately. He apologized to both the children and the parents, then quickly entered the dressing room, changed his cheerful clothes into a black jacket and jeans, and walked away with a sad face. For a while, my friends and I played games we invented. At first we were throwing balls, then we played hide and seek, and that was when we had to tell our parents that we wanted to go home because we were bored. A clown dressed in a colorful costume entered the hall. "Hello, kids. My name is Wallace, but all the kids just call me Clown," said the clown, and motioned us to come to him. When we got to him, the clown performed some tricks and amused us a lot. We had no idea how he could make a coin disappear and pull it out of his ear. The clown then said that all the parents had to go outside because the main children's entertainment show was about to start, and the parents would only get in the way. Parents believed the clown and left the entertainment space with a smile. "So, who's ready to play with me?" the clown said cheerfully and smiled widely, after which all the children immediately raised their hands. "Very good," exclaimed the clown. "The first game is called Tell Me My Name, and the rules are this. I will sit on the floor in front of you, and you will come up one by one and say my name in my ear. Only those who remember my name correctly will go to the next round." I was skeptical. I immediately thought that it was some kind of boring game and not fun at all. But I obeyed the clown's rules and began to remember in my mind what the clown's name was. After several friends, it was my turn. I walked slowly to the red-nosed clown, and after a few seconds of silence, I whispered in his ear, "Wallace." "That is right," shouted the clown, motioning for me to stand among the 8 children who got his name right. The remaining 11 children were declared losers in the first round, meaning that they could not continue playing. "All right, kids, the next game is called Burst the Bubble, and the rules are simple. I'll give each of you a bubble, and the winner of my game will be the one who pops it first. I also thought this game was boring and not entertaining at all, but I had no choice but to stay and burst my bubble as I wondered what would happen next. The clown gave each of us a red balloon in his hand and told us that when he gave the signal, we should squeeze our fists as hard as possible and burst them. "Begin," cried the clown, and all 9 of us squeezed the red balloon tightly. I also tried with all my might to burst the balloon. I wanted to win, but the first pop came from my friend Steve, who was standing by my side. Congratulations to the new winner," the clown called out, clapping his hands for Steve. "Follow me, little boy. I have a surprise for you," the clown said to my best friend, extending his white-gloved hand. Steve fearlessly grabbed the clown's hand and followed him to the dressing room. I saw how the clown's face changed little by little, and it was easy to see that with each step he took, he smiled less and less. The clown took the child into the dressing room and slammed the door hard, and we stood in silence, only hearing each other's breathing and staring at the door, wondering what the clown's surprise was. After a few seconds, the sound of Steve's muffled screams came from that locked room, which scared us a lot. Parents and administrators of the entertainment center rushed into the hall and immediately pounded on the dressing room door and broke it after a few strong kicks. Unfortunately, their efforts were in vain because there was no sign of Steve or the clown. According to them, the parents became nervous after the administrator of the entertainment center said that this institution did not have a clown at all, since many children had a phobia of clowns. Years have passed since then, and today is March 7th, 2021, which means I turned 18. Steve has not been found since that story, and still, no one knows what happened there that day. It's been several years since that entertainment center was closed because many more children disappeared, like Steve. I was never afraid of clowns before, but today, I already know that behind the smiling, colorful face of a clown, a great and inexplicable evil can be hidden.